Hey guys, welcome back. Alright, what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be putting in a second compost pile. I've got one there right now, but what I need to do is build a second one because the soil that's been sitting there for 2 or 3 months now is probably ready for use, and I don't want to keep stacking stuff on top. So I'm going to do a second pile so I can start using the already decomposed soil. So let's walk over here. Okay. Now, I like to garden in my sandals because it's San Diego. The weather's always good. So I got this little backyard here. You can see everything. Kind of remodeling this yard, but so temporarily I have this pile here. I'll probably end up taking all these concrete stones out. So anyway, I also have potatoes that grew by themselves, these volunteers, because when you're doing your compost pile, you're just throwing everything in there. So old potatoes, old fruit, vegetables, anything. So this soil, I've done actually nothing to let these things grow, but to make them grow, but this is actually cilantro that I just put in there next to it for the heck of it. But I'm gonna just keep letting these grow because this soil is so fertile that they'll probably won't need any nutrients at all, and I'll probably get a huge harvest of potatoes. So this is another one that popped up a little later. But so I'm gonna try to just let these grow. It's just more food, and that's the whole point of the TV show, is to grow organic food and do it for little or no money. Because right here, this didn't cost a penny. All I do is wet this down, keep the pile wet, moist, because there's a lot of little creatures in here that like the moisture, and all the microbes will help break it down. So I'm gonna start. I got this huge bucket here of goodies, all a 5-gallon bucket. So that takes 2 people living here. We'll fill that up pretty quickly because we eat a lot of stuff, and not everything gets eaten like in the fridge. So leftover vegetables and food scraps go in there. So there's eggshells, coffee grinds, tea bags in here. So what I want to do is, you don't want to, when you're making a compost pile, you don't want to just lay, eventually I'll move this, but you don't want to just lay this stuff right down on the concrete. So you want to have some type of base that's going to keep it kind of airy. I'm going to actually, a lot of times what you want to do is take half of your old pile, the top half, and move it down, move this top layer down to here. So I'm going to start doing that. That way you have some material. This material hasn't been sitting that long, so it would be good for the bottom. You're kind of, let's start pushing this stuff down. By the way, this is jasmine. I was thinking about making some jasmine tea, but I'm not sure if it's the right type. But it is in bloom right now, so it's really looking pretty. So this is going to be remodeled back here. So this is just halfway done. A lot of this is going to be tore out, the fence, and so I'm just taking the top layer off. Now as we go down, you're going to start seeing, the farther I go down, the more decay it's going to be. So, well, you can already see I have old egg cartons, which are very good. The worms like that. Now you can already see all these little creatures in here. So that's good. That's a good sign. Let me just go a little farther. You'll see a lot. Now that's, if you're squirmish about bugs, it may not be the best thing for you, but this is all part of making the fertile soil. If I get farther down, there's just all types of creatures. So I'm just scraping down that whole top layer. This is a mixture. Every time I dump in my food waste, I do a layer of these leaves, which you see here. Now you can get this any, when you rake stuff up, you get this from a landscaper or around your property and get the trash out. Anybody that has something that looks like that, it's got little sticks. You don't want to get anything too big. It's going to take forever to decompose. So get this stuff out like that. So this is the stuff I sprinkle on top so bugs don't get to it. So anything of kind of this matter, then I use, so it just covers it. You don't get the stink of anything. People ask, oh, it doesn't smell. No, it never smells. I've never smelled anything because I cover it and there's nothing bad in here that's going to make it smell. There's eggshells, coffee grinds. I'd say the most important thing are the eggshells, the coffee grinds, banana peels. Absolutely things you don't want to throw away. They're like gold in the garden. So I'm scraping down. Believe it or not, there's a lot of food in this pile. I've been dumping a bucket like this every, I don't know, couple weeks. And I don't even see any. It's all already been decomposed. You can see some now a little bit. Now I don't want to disturb this potato. Just keep going until you get down to where it starts looking like soil. I did sprinkle in some soil, some native soil, like this stuff here. I know this has kind of rocks, but so like when I'm doing my compost pile, I will every once in a while sprinkle some soil just so it starts creating a soil mixed in with. So I kind of do that as I'm layering this, kind of like a lasagna. So every time you're just putting a new layer on, it just builds up. So this hasn't been touched on the bottom for a long time. So I'm getting down to, you want to get down to where it starts to be quite really decayed. So you have a lot of roly-polies. So I'm gonna get down. Looks like it's pretty good like that. Everything down below this point has pretty much been decayed enough where it doesn't need to be sitting there. It's almost ready for use, or it is ready for use. As you can see, it looks like I destroyed one of the potato plants. That's too bad. So I still have one. I want to either transplant this one. Okay, so here I got a new base. Okay, just gonna do another pile here. You can see. Okay, so now this is a nice base to your pile. It's airy. It's got sticks. You don't want to just start dumping this bucket right in there. Okay. So I'm going to do about the same size. Looks like it's about a 3.5 by. So we got about 3 feet this way, maybe 4 feet. So I want to do about the same size. You can see here I have old root. Things I chopped off the root of something, an old plant, and this will just decay and rot away with everything and become fertilizer. So anything, I try not to throw anything that can be decomposed in my compost pile, because later it'll be free mulch. Now again, I want to keep this separate here because this is just my pure leaf pile that I use as a layer. Okay, so now let's take this thing. Go ahead and dump that. Now you can see I got paper towel holders in here. It seems kind of strange, but the worms love this type of stuff. So there's nothing. I try to do only the brown paper. So there's stuff, oops, like this. This even says on it, recyclable paper. So it's that brown kind of, I don't use cardboard, but okay, this looks kind of bad, but it's obviously hard to do with one hand as well. Now, I don't want to ruin my potato. Okay, let's get everything. You can look up, this doesn't look that appetizing, obviously, but this is tons of eggshells in there. We go eat a lot of lemons and oranges here too, so a lot of them end up going bad, So I'm growing my own trees, my own lemon trees, and lemon and orange, so I won't be having to buy so many, and they're just going to taste a lot better. So you can kind of see how this is looking from different angles. So that's a good base. It's got a very good base to it. You can see actually mold on this. Don't worry about that. And all that stuff won't hurt anything. So what I try to do is keep everything in center. So when I put the leaves on, it kind of covers it up evenly. Okay, so anyway, let me sprinkle this on. So now you can see over there, that soil over there, I can start using that. So I'm going to take some of this, just take all this whole pile, just throw it up on there, completely cover that. You want to have at least 50% leaves to 50 and 50% of what I had in that bucket. So you can see how much of grass I had here, or not grass but leaves. So you can use pine needles or different things, but I think pine needles may be too acidic, so you gotta be careful. Just straight leaves. This makes very fertile soil, and you can obviously see how this thing's doing. It's just proof right there that you can make amazing soil just following the steps that I do here on this show. So that's basically it. So you guys should try that out. Leave some, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. But that'll probably get you started if you kind of do what I've been doing. So this soil here, I'll still probably let it go a little longer, but I want to just start building a separate pile so I can have a fresh base. It's good to start with something that already has the bacteria and all the fungi forming in there, so it's already got a jump start. All the microbes are in there. This one will continue breaking down, then pretty soon I'll be able to just put this into some planters. So that's all free soil, the highest, most organic, nutrient dense soil that you could grow with. So it's all for free too. So there's no need to throw away all the stuff, and it takes a lot in the landfill. So anyway, that's about the end of the show. So we will see you guys soon with the next episode. So enjoy your evening. The sun's going to be going down real soon, and I'll talk to you guys soon on the next episode. Bye bye.